Good evening, everyone. It's Father Neil. It is Thursday, October 22nd, with my weekly update. The most important news of the past week is that our Renew My Church grouping team made its presentation to the RMC Executive Committee this past Tuesday with our feedback report to the Cardinal for our ground level perspective on the various scenarios that were presented to us, the strengths and challenges that each one face, and what our feedback is from a local parish level. Remember, too, though, that this report is a collaborative effort of the four parishes, St. Robert Bellarmine, St. Constance, St. Paschal, and Our Lady of Victory, representing the feedback that each of us has gotten from our parishes and our deliberations over the last 3 months to give the Cardinal basically our ground on the ground local input as to what we think would be the best and strengths and possible challenges of the future moving forward. That report will be posted on our website in the next day or two, as soon as we get some technical difficulties of uploading it out of the way. But that is there for your perusal. I've put a brief summary that will be in the bulletin, not this week, but the following week, November 1st, because we've already got the bulletin out for the current week. But in any case, that will be available in its entirety on the website in the near future. Also going on, of course, we continue with the regular activities of the church, continue with the school, the faith formation group in classes. We do have some waiting for more directives from downtown in terms of timing. It appears that due to the increased nature of the COVID positivity rate, there will not be a relaxing of any of the restrictions anytime soon. And that means that, for example, our confirmation is scheduled for next March may be put back into the individual parishes with the pastors given the delegation to confirm, simply because of the number of people that we're limited to in the church. That directive will probably come out sometime after Thanksgiving. We're still waiting for directives, of course, from the Office of Catholic Schools in downtown about the cold weather procedures. It will obviously be more difficult as the students arrive and their families each morning for school, how to ensure their safety, do all the wellness checks, and get them inside if there is snow or rain or very cold weather. And then, of course, how that will affect the reopening of the church as we move forward in terms of procedures for, we don't want to have people waiting outside for 5 minutes to get their temperature checked and so forth to get inside the church. And then also we are waiting for the directions from the Office of Divine Worship for what these COVID protocols will have in terms of the effect on Advent and Christmas celebrations, the timing of them, whether we'll be able to have Simbang or any of those other things we do, Advent reconciliation services and so forth. It's quite likely we'll have them, but we'll probably be limited by the same restrictions we have now, no social events and limited number of personnel. The schedule for Christmas Eve, again, depends on the availability of volunteers and then what these new guidelines are. They were supposed to have been issued this week. We have not yet received them, but as soon as we do, we'll digest them and move forward with that. So other than that, everything is moving along fairly well. We did have a little glitch with our volunteers who've not been able to, were not be able to be here last week, and they won't be here at Mass this weekend, so we can't do the test run for the live streaming of the video until probably November 1st, which is the weekend of All Saints Day. And so, again, this Saturday I will do a short homily. Last week was only 6 minutes, so that's positive for me, I believe. And so we'll have that on the website as well, and we'll post that, with an update on Saturday night or Sunday for the coming week. And then hopefully by next week or the end of next week, we'll have a dry run for live streaming and see how that works. So we're trying the best we can with the technology we have and the volunteers and limited resources we have to try to be as much church as we can in these times where virtual gatherings take the place of physical gatherings, or at least normal physical gatherings, and we do the best we can, as I'm sure you all are doing as well. Again, reminders, please, with the COVID incidents, the positivity rate increasing in our state and in our city, please double down our precautions for safety, masks, hand sanitizing, and so forth. It's wearing hard on all of us. It's been about, since March, so it's been 7 months. So it is difficult, and I get that. I'm struggling with it myself, but please double down our efforts because we want to keep our church and our school and our families healthy and safe. And then, of course, the other thing of continued importance is the election coming up. There's been so much incivility and so much violent rhetoric on all sides that really the gospel message of peace and reconciliation something we all need to pray for and work toward as we also make our prayerful deliberations on how to vote on Tuesday, the 3rd of November, if you haven't already done the absentee or advance voting. So please keep that in mind and continue to pray for all of us. Certainly pray for all of our first responders, our hospital personnel, our police, fire, and paramedics, all of our teachers, and all of those who work and serve the public to keep us safe and to keep our lives going as well as possible. And pray for wisdom in our city council as they vote on the upcoming budget which will affect us greatly for the next year. In the meantime, have a wonderful weekend, and God bless you all, and hope to see you soon.